This is KGW News at 11.
A home on Northeast Killingsworth caught fire tonight. As you can see in this video, the first and second stories of this home were burned. Portland Fire and Rescue got to the scene shortly before 9 this evening. Crews say the fire is out and they are now looking for hot spots. Welcome to KGW News at 11. I'm Christelle Kumwe. We don't know if anyone was home at the time of the fire. At last check, an investigator was on scene, still looking at a cause of the fire. Also happening now, power is back on for nearly 3,000 Portland General Electric customers who were without power about an hour ago. Most people who experienced the outage were in the Sylvan area. PGE says this power outage was caused by a tree falling on a power line along Northwest Barnes Road and West Burnside. As you can see, crews had to shut down the road nearby the downed line. Meanwhile, here's an outage map, this one from Pacific Power. A few hundred of their customers are without power near 92nd and East Burnside. A different line was knocked down after a car crash around 8:30 this evening. Pacific Power hopes to get power back to these customers shortly after midnight. All right, let's turn to weather now. And Joe, we had a dryish, wettish Saturday. What can we expect for Sunday?
Yeah, we had a little bit of everything. Not much in terms of sunshine, but we are starting to dry out a little bit. And some of those trees that came down, Christelle, and knocked out some power earlier tonight, it could have been from a little bit of some of those trees that just got a lot of rain within the last 24 hours. It kind of made them a little bit weak, and of course the wind too. But all the wind wasn't much of a factor here the last couple of hours. But on the radar right now, we are seeing some showers still kind of lingering along the Oregon coast, and that's what we're going to be seeing heading into the rest of your Saturday night and into a good part of Sunday morning. Meanwhile, over into the Oregon Cascades, we are going to be seeing those snow showers continuing right around 2,500 feet. You could be seeing up to maybe 2-3 inches of snow. Government Camp close to 5, and up in the higher elevations, I'm forecasting anywhere from maybe 8 to 10 inches of new snow between tonight and the early morning hours tomorrow. So we'll still be seeing those snow showers pile up heading into Sunday. Rainfall amounts, more than 1/2 inch of rain has fallen over in the Portland, Vancouver area. A little bit lighter amounts in southwest Washington. Kelso, you saw just about 1/4 inch of rain. And yeah, take a look at the central Oregon coast. Newport, not only did you see rain the last 48 hours or 24 hours, I should say, you've seen also some windy conditions. But today we topped out at 47 degrees. Believe it or not, it's one of the warmer days we've seen so far this month, and that's right on average. And again, like I said, we saw about 1/2 inch of rain, more than that since midnight. Month to date, we're closing in on 2 inches, but we're still at a deficit. We could catch up by late tonight and into tomorrow. And as we look at some of the watches and warnings, a lot of them have expired over the last several hours, but we're still under that winter weather advisory throughout parts of the high desert, Bend and Madras along Highway 97. You could be seeing a little bit of some light snow showers. And coming up in my detailed forecast, yeah, there is some rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but really heading into Monday afternoon, Christelle, will start to dry out, but we're going to get very, very cold. I'll have the details on that coming up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe. WNBA star Brittany Griner was released from a Russian prison this week after nearly a year in custody. She was released in exchange for a notorious Russian arms dealer who was in U.S. custody. The move is one that Oregon Senator Ron Wyden said isn't complete since another American is still in Russia. Not part of the prisoner swap was Paul Whelan. Whelan is an American businessman and former Marine who has been in Russian custody for 4 years. He is accused of spying, something Whelan and the U.S. government deny. Senator Wyden is on the Intelligence Committee. Earlier today, he said the administration is not giving up on Whelan.
Putin is always about power and muscle. I think he felt that he could go as far as the release of Ms. Griner, but we have to recognize that Mr. Whelan has got to be free as well. You know, they say for the holiday, the best thing you can have is freedom. She's got it, and now Mr. Whelan's got to be able to get it too.
Wyden also spoke about the death of American journalist Grant Wahl, who died while covering the World Cup in Qatar. Wahl's family is concerned foul play may be involved. Wyden says the U.S. government is asking questions, but Wahl also reported being sick with a severe cold this past week, so the senator says it's too soon to determine what happened. Regardless, he called Wahl's death a tragedy. Half a dozen shoplifters were caught at a Beaverton Target on Friday. Washington County deputies teamed up with store employees for the sting. Authorities watched as people shoplifted or engaged in other criminal activity. After 8 hours, they arrested 6 people, recovered illegal narcotics, including 35 oxycodone pills, which deputies say likely contain fentanyl. 2 people were found shot to death in the Beaumont-Wilshire neighborhood in northeast Portland, but investigators say they are not looking for any suspects. Alma McCarty spoke with neighbors, shocked and saddened.
Police spent the better part of Saturday investigating in this northeast Portland neighborhood after a call came in just before 9 a.m. What officers found when they arrived here was 2 people dead in a home.
Crime tape and patrol cars surrounded this house on the corner of Northeast 37th and Alameda Street. As detectives and officers went in and out of the home, neighbors mingled near the scene, curious and concerned. Investigators found the bodies of a man and a woman shot and killed, but said they aren't seeking out any suspects.
I was shocked because, they're both elderly and with things happening in all the neighborhoods. It was a little bit shocking.
Cindy Newcomb lives just down the street and says the couple who lived here were beloved by many.
They've lived in the neighborhood as long as I can remember. I've been here over 25 years and they've lived here. Used to see them outside quite a bit. She liked to garden, and they used to have Basset Hound dogs. That was always the breed they had.
Several people who knew them told KGW the couple's health appeared to be declining, and one of them was likely suffering from dementia.
She seemed to not recognize people that she used to know, so it's kind of, sad.
At this time, details about what led up to this shooting are limited. Police ask anyone with information about the deadly incident to contact detectives as they continue to gather and analyze evidence. In Northeast Portland, Alma McCarty, KGW News.
The holiday shopping season is in full swing. Pop-up shops are back this year in downtown Portland. They've been popular in the past. Now let's turn to Art Edwards, who had a chance to visit some of those shops today.
Yeah, it was really kind of fun to get a chance to see what they're doing in those shops. There are 7 of them that are in downtown Portland right now, and they are really attracting a lot of good attention. It is good for the shoppers and the entrepreneurs who are selling their merchandise. Downtown businesses hope for the best this holiday season. It's been a struggle in recent years in downtown Portland. The Portland Business Alliance reported to the Oregonian that foot traffic downtown is about 60% of what it was in 2019. The Portland Business Alliance's Clean and Safe program sponsors pop-up shops downtown, like Matisse on Southwest Morrison. Matisse features handmade rugs from Mexico.
It's been a great experience to actually have my own pop-up space. I've been doing markets ever since I started Matisse, and it's nice to take a step back and relax and actually be in a heated space and be able to expose the city with our designs here.
Each of the 7 pop-up shops are set up in vacant space in downtown buildings. About 80 businesses are selling their merchandise this year. At the Marketplace PDX pop-up on Southwest 6th, several businesses from Unordinary Makers Collective have set up shop. Reba Daniel manages the space.
I love the collective model. I think it's vital to small micro entrepreneurs.
This is the 2nd year for Ceramics Northwest. They're still hoping foot traffic will pick up this holiday season. Shoppers like the idea of the pop-up shops. Gives them a chance to see merchandise that they might not otherwise find. They also believe it helps the city move forward.
I mean, yeah, I think so. It's up to the city. I think it's up to the government and how they do more things like this. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bigger city in the future. So these changes are also inevitable.
And now the pop-up shops are open up Tuesday through Sunday from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening. They'll be open through the end of December. You can find out more on each of the pop-ups and what they offer at downtownportland.org.
Looks amazing. Thanks, Art.